Hello friends. In the previous lab, we saw how to achieve inter-VLAN communication using router with router and a stick concept. So in this lab, we are going to see how we can achieve inter-VLAN communication using multi-layer switch. So before starting the lab, let me explain few things. This is PC1 and PC2, and PC1 is connected to fast Ethernet 0/1. It is in VLAN 2, and PC2 is connected to fast Ethernet 0/2 on this switch, layer 2 switch, and it is in VLAN 3. So basically PC1 and PC2 both are in different VLANs. Okay, so and this link we are going to configure as a trunk port, and this is a trunk link. So this is multi-layer switch. So by using multi-layer switch, we'll achieve the communication from PC1 to PC2 like this. Okay, so let's get started. So let me configure PC1 first. So configure IP configuration. This is the static IP configuration 192.168.1.1. So 1.2 we are going to configure, and subnet mask 255.255.255.0. I'm not configuring any default gateway now, so we'll configure it later, okay, based on our multi-layer switch configuration. I will show you that. So PC1 configuration is done. Here it is showing as PC0. Don't get confused, otherwise I will modify it for you. It's a PC1. Okay, and let me configure it as a PC2. So it's a PC1. Fine. So now it is good. So I configure the IP address of PC1, and I'm going to configure the IP address of PC2 now. It's 192.168.2.2. That's it. Subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, nothing but /24. So we configured these both PCs now, and let me jump into layer 2 switch and configure the VLANs and assign these respective ports under that VLANs. Okay, so this is our CLI. Let me take it in maximum size. Okay, so configure. Sorry, config T, config terminal. Oh, it's not, sorry, it is enable, and config T. Now we are in configuration mode. So before doing that, let me check this VLAN's configuration. Show VLAN brief. Only one VLAN is default VLAN is there. These are also default VLANs. There is no VLAN 2 and VLAN 3. Okay, so just we are going to configure it now. Config terminal, VLAN 2, and name it as just prod VLAN. Exit VLAN 3, name it as dev VLAN. So both VLANs are configured now. Show VLAN brief. So two VLANs are configured now. Let's assign these ports into the respective VLANs. Fast Ethernet 0/1 should be in VLAN 2, and Fast Ethernet 0/2 in VLAN 3. So config terminal, interface Fast Ethernet 0/1, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 2. Okay, similarly we configure other interface Fast Ethernet 0/2, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 3. Okay, so let me check the VLAN configuration now. So I assigned these two ports in respective VLANs. Now port number 1 Fast Ethernet 0/1 in VLAN 2, this one VLAN 2, and fast Ethernet 0/2 in VLAN 3, this one. So we configured, it is perfect now. So let me check both are communicating or not without intervention of multi-layer switch. Okay, just for your reference, it will not communicate, but just will check it now. Okay, let's jump into this. Open PC1 CLI, command prompt, ping 192.168.2.1. I'm pinging from PC1 to PC2 IP 192.168.2.2. It is not pinging. Let me check it from PC2 to PC1. Ping 192.168.1.2. Okay, so it is not communicating. So let me configure this port as a fast Ethernet 0/3 as a trunk port, because it should carry multiple VLANs towards multi-layer switch. Okay, let me do that first. Okay, so let me jump into switch 2 again, layer 2 switch again. Config terminal, interface fast Ethernet 0/3, switch port, mode, trunk, switch port, trunk, allowed VLANs. Just I'm giving all VLANs to allow, so we can verify the configuration. Show interface trunk. Here it is. So fast Ethernet 0/3, this one we configured as a trunk port, and it is allowing all the VLANs, and these are the active VLANs. VLAN 1 is default one, and 2, 3 are created by now. So, okay, just we created as now. I created. So let me jump into multi-layer switch, and we'll configure fast Ethernet 0/1 as a trunk port to allow multi VLANs tagging. Okay, so let me jump into multi-layer switch configuration now. Just let me wait. It's clear now. This is asking for default initial configuration. Given no, enable config terminal. So interface fast Ethernet 0/1, switch port, mode, trunk. Command rejected an interface whose trunk encapsulation is auto cannot be configured to trunk. Okay, so let me change it. Switch port, is this giving any command? As this was in auto state, seems like it was already configured as a trunk port, but let me check, or let me configure it as a access port, and again I change it to trunk port for our reference. Okay, so interface fast Ethernet 0/1, switch port, mode, access. I change it to access. Again I'm going to change it as a trunk port. Switch port mode, switch port mode, trunk. Okay, switch port, trunk, allowed VLANs all. Okay, so I configured fast Ethernet 0/1 as a trunk port and allowed all the VLANs. Okay, let me check the configuration now. Show interface trunk. This is the one. So basically we configured fast Ethernet 0/1 as a trunk port now. Okay, so to allow communication from PC1 to PC2, so traffic should pass through this, and here routing should happen. After routing, it will pass the traffic to PC2. So for that one, we need to configure VLAN interfaces here. Okay, config terminal, interface VLAN 2, and we need to configure IP address here. 192.168.1.100 I'm going to configure, and we have to give subnet mask 0, enter, exit. Then I'm going to configure another VLAN interface for VLAN 3, IP address 192.168.2.100 255.255.255.0. Okay, let me check the interface configuration now. Show interface summary or show IP interface brief here. Here we go. So here two interfaces got created, but these are in shutdown mode now. So let me configure config terminal interface VLAN 2, give the no shutdown command, and interface VLAN 3 and give no shutdown command. So let me check the interface status again. So still these are showing down. Let me check. These are showing down because there is no VLAN created on this one. Show VLAN brief. See, there is no VLAN created, so that is the reason these VLAN interfaces are showing down. So let me create the VLANs. Config terminal VLAN 2, and we can name it as prod VLAN, exit, and VLAN 3, name it as dev VLAN. Okay, here you can see directly it is showing up. Let me verify the interface configuration now. Show IP interface brief. Here we go. So here it is showing up. So on the PC one, we have to configure this IP as a default gateway, and on the PC2 we have to configure this IP as a default gateway. So let me do that. So on the PC1 config, let's close this IP configuration, and that IP is 192.168.1.100. That's it. And let me open PC2 now. IP configuration 192.168.2.100. Okay, so I configured everything almost. So to communicate from one VLAN to another VLAN, it is nothing but one network to another network. So for layer 3 communication, we have to enable the routing here. Let me check, is there any routing enabled or not. Show IP route. No, there is no routing table, so nothing is enabled here. So I need to give one important command, IP routing, enter. Then let me see show IP route. Here it is. We can see two routes, two networks are connected on this router or on this multi-layer switch. Okay, so now let me check the communication from PC1 to PC2 basically. So once we send the packets, it will traverse through this one, it will go here, it will check the routing table, and it will pass to the another VLAN interface. From there it will come to layer 2 switch, and it will go to PC2. Like this it works. So let me check the communication now. So let me click on PC1, command prompt, hit up arrow, enter. Let me check what's going on. Yes, it is communicating. So once again, let me hit that. It is working fine. From PC2, let me check the same from PC2. Go there, hit up arrow and enter. So it is communicating. Nothing bad. So this multi-layer switch acting as a router now, and it works fine. So the traffic is passing to the multi-layer switch and passing to another VLAN. So inter-VLAN communication is perfect now. This is the concept how we can configure or how we can achieve inter-VLAN communication using multi-layer switch. Thanks for watching, guys.